All right, we have Risky Business. Came out in 1983, rated R. It's an hour and 39 minutes. If you ask me, it's probably one of the best 80s films that you know is like one of those cult classics. We have Tom Cruise as Joel. We have Rebecca De Mornay as Lana. We have Joe Pantoliano as Guido. Yes, his name is Guido. We have Richard Mauser as Rutherford, and we have Curtis Armstrong as Miles Dalby. Now, the whole film centers around Joel, obviously, and I might be a little biased because I love Tom Cruise, but anyway, excuse me. So the whole film centers around Joel, whose parents are going away for the weekend, and what do you want to do when you're left all by yourself in the house? You want to throw a party. You want to do what you want to do. Joel didn't really have that mindset until his buddy Miles was like, you have to get laid. And Joel's like, that's not what I want to do. I have all this, I have all the college essays and stuff that I have to write. Like, Joel's so focused on his future, not focused on the now. And Miles was like, no, like, this is happening. So he ends up calling it an escort service. And conveniently, it's a man that shows up. And so, luckily, the man helps him out and gets him somebody more along his lines, which is Lana. Now, they have an immaculate night, and everything's going great, except he can't pay her. So he tells her, hey, just wait. I'll go to the bank, I'll cash my bonds, and I'll get you your money. Well, he comes home, and his mom's, I think, Fabergé egg is stolen. Obviously, Lana took it. So Joel goes, no, if I don't get that back, my mom's going to kill me. So what does he do? He calls Miles up, and they track down Lana. And, after he ends up coming in contact with Guido, who's Lana's boss, it keeps going from there. Joel ends up falling in love with Lana. They end up actually being together. But me telling you that isn't even giving away the full story, because this film is one of the most interesting aspects of it. Because even Rutherford interviews him for, I think it's Princeton or Harvard, one of the two. But, this film just kind of gives you a little view of independence and how sometimes you just have to say, fuck it. Enjoy your life. Your future is your future. It's going to be there when you get there. Enjoy the now. And I feel like that's why I enjoy Risky Business so much, because, it shows you that, yeah, your parents are going to get mad, your friends are going to get mad, your siblings will get mad. But what you do now matters compared to what you're going to be doing in the future, because how can you get to the future if you don't change the now? And I feel like that was kind of the story, the lesson this film ended up at least teaching me. IMDb gave it a 6.8 out of 10. I give it a 5 out of 5. And like I said, maybe it's because I love Tom Cruise. Who knows? But the strangest part, and this is why I keep my physical media, there's no place to stream this. You can rent it on Vudu, but you can't stream it anywhere. So I highly suggest you check it out. A lot of people are wondering why this is considered a cult classic, and if you ask me, you have the lovely guitar scene to old time rock and roll. You guys will love that scene. And just the fact that it relates to people. Not to the fullest extent, obviously, but enough that you're going to want to keep going back and watch it. At least once every 5 years. For me, once every year, once every 2. So, give it a watch. Let me know what you think.